Welcome to the Wellbeing service Glasgow South. My name is Liz and I am going to talk you through what is binge eating information sheet. Binge eating involves regularly eating large portions of food all at once until you feel uncomfortably full and then often upset and guilty. Binge eating is far from being enjoyable. Binges can be very distressing. Sufferers find it difficult to stop during a binge even if they want to. And some people with binge eating disorder have described feeling disconnected from what they are doing during a binge, or often struggling to remember what they have eaten afterwards. Some people may attempt to control their weight by alternating periods of binging with dieting, while others gain weight and become obese. Often this can lead to high blood pressure, high cholesterol, type 2 diabetes and heart disease. People may also have low self-esteem and lack of confidence, depression and anxiety. It is likely to be changes in behaviour and feelings that those around us notice first, before any physical symptoms become apparent. People with binge eating disorder also may eat more quickly than usual during the binge episodes, eat until they are uncomfortably full, eat when they are not hungry, eat alone because of the embarrassment, feel disgusted, depressed, or guilty after overeating. While binge eating disorder can affect anyone, the condition tends to be more common in adults than their younger people. This may develop from or into another eating disorder. Causes of binge eating. We do not know exactly what causes binge eating disorder. You may be more likely to engage in binge eating behaviours if you have been criticised for your eating habits, body, shape, or weight. You are overly concerned with being slim, particularly if you are pressured from society or your job. For example, ballet dancers, jockeys, models, or athletes. You have anxiety, low self-esteem, an obsessive personality, or are a perfectionist. And finally, trauma. Causes of binge eating and what to do about it. Causes of binge eating and overeating. Genetic and biological causes of binge eating disorder. Other mental disorder and symptoms. Depression, anxiety, and substance abuse. History of weight stigma. Frequent or restrictive dieting. Childhood trauma. Abuse, neglect, etc. What makes bed different from simply overeating? Binge episodes occur more frequently and are impactful enough to interfere with someone's life, relationships, and work. Experience intense embarrassment and shame. Often hide their behaviours or lie about their food intake. Spend abnormal amounts of time thinking about food and eating. People with binge eating problems may wait years before they tell someone. Bed. Binge eating disorder. What may trigger a binge eating episode? Commonly, they occur when a person is feeling uncomfortable or negative emotions such as sadness, anger, or loneliness. Binge eating usually takes place in private, though the person may eat regular meals outside their binges. People with binge eating disorder may also restrict their diet or put in certain dietary rules around food. This can also result in them binge eating due to hunger and feelings of deprivation. People often have feelings of guilt and disgust at the lack of control during and after binge eating, which can reinforce that cycle of negative emotions, restriction, and binge eating again. The typical binge eating cycle. Feeling short-term relief followed by guilt. Eat for comfort. Gain weight, feeling worse, apprehensive about food. Eat to cope. Feeling unhappy, weak, vulnerable. Binge for relief. The binge eating cycle. Feel depressed, overwhelmed, urge to eat. Binge. Feel out of control and ashamed. Diet to regain control. Break that cycle. You may engage in other unhelpful behaviours to attempt to manage weight fluctuations, such as purging. This may be induced vomiting or misuse of laxatives and diuretics. Engaging in these unhelpful behaviours only maintain this unhelpful cycle. It is important that you do not try to diet while you are having treatment because this can make it more difficult to stop binge eating. Weight loss should be put on the back burner until you have made positive changes in your relationship with food and yourself. Strategies. Monitor what you are eating. We recommend this resource. Take charge and initiate change, module for self-monitoring. On page 6 of this resource, there is a blank log sheet which can help you notice and try to change patterns in your behaviour. Make realistic menu plans. Planning what and when you intend to eat throughout the day can help you regulate eating, prevent hunger and reduce binge eating. Learn about your triggers. This can help you recognise the signs, intervene and prevent a binge. Identify the underlying causes of your disorder. This means you can work on those issues in a healthier way. This may be further work on self-esteem, perfectionism, etc. Find other ways of coping with your feelings by exploring coping healthier strategies to tolerate feeling and emotion. Deep breathing, mindfulness, relaxation techniques. Challenge negative body image. Click for the resource of body image. How to address emotional hunger triggers. Trigger may also be a feeling. Activating triggering event situation. What was happening just before I started to feel this way? What was I doing? Who was I with? Where was I? When was it? Thoughts and images. What was going through my mind at that time? Consequences. Emotions. Describe in one word and rate intensity, 0 to 100%. Physical sensations. What did I feel in my body? Behaviours, actions and urges. What did I do? What did I feel like doing? Dispute with logic or evidence. Challenging your thinking. Alternative thinking. Positive beliefs and affirmations. Come up with an action plan to compensate and create balance. How can I improve on this behaviour or avoid it in the future? The main symptom of binge eating disorder is eating very large amounts of foods in a short time, often in an out of control way. Use the Eat Well play to try and control that amount, as seen below. Binge recovery steps. 1. Forgive. Don't beat yourself up. Move on. 2. Reflect. What happened leading up to it? Did you let yourself get too hungry? Was it emotional? 3. Eat normal. Don't restrict food or calories. 4. Drink water. It will help rehydrate and flush out any added toxins. Exercise. Go on a walk, stretch, do yoga. Just get your blood pumping. Number 6, love. Read affirmations over yourself. 7, rest. Make sure you get enough sleep. And be kind to yourself.